need to, I just started the house, so that's good news. That means you're three probably got down two. Would you rather questions? You know how Strider follows that Twitter account that's phone sounds and it's just cards translated into text? Oh yeah, it's just so good. I think there's not one club sound. It's just club songs. There are different like even though like the sounds in club music, it's just all translated into text. Hey, sharks.
Your mic is hot on Skype. No, Mark's is.
Say what? My what?
Your mic?
Oh, sorry about that.
But hi, by the way. That's better. No,
Yep.
but I would be.
And you told him that Cosmo's our guest, right? You got Cosmo confirmed?
We're not tricking him tonight. He
Nope.
doesn't care enough to be tricked.
He said nope. We will join on Mark's square. Alright, mics are going to be hot in 30 seconds.
I'll send invites just to... Oh, okay, good.
Alright.
Are we on Mark's Twitch?
We are.
Yep.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody. How are you guys all doing? I'd like to welcome you to our Guardian One pre-show. And of course, I'm not here by myself. I'm here with my lovely co-hosts. We've got Mark Square.
Hi.
And of course, Grey Ghost.
Hello, everybody.
And we are here to fill up an hour's worth of time, which shouldn't be too hard because all three of us are big blabbermouths. And hopefully have some fun doing it, not just for us, but for you guys to watch, probably at our expense. That's normally how it goes. So let's start off with some questions for my co-hosts here. How has your week been for both of you? Let's start with Gray this week first.
It has been an amazing week of Destiny, I would have to say. Lots of good raids. Man, just tons of playtime. I feel like I've been in this game more this week than I have for a very long time, which is a little odd because we're into our second round of these weekly featured raids, but we're having a lot of fun doing it. In fact, I have laughed more with our Guardian One group of people this past week than I have in a very long time. So I'm very very happy, very pleased with how Destiny's gone for me. How about you, Mark Squared?
This week, same. I laughed. Actually, my chest hurts. I'm hoping I'm not having some kind of heart condition, but I think it's from all the laughing. And in fact, there's something that happened this week that really, really pleased me in the game of Destiny. Dakota says that I'm on top of sharks. Phrasing, Dakota, number one.
Wow.
That is the boxes says, right? Maybe that was earlier.
Yep, they're being fixed. Yep.
All right. Gray's on that. He's doing the tech wizardry. But yeah, something happened this week that was just it's one of the greatest things that's ever happened to me in the game of Destiny. And we were doing if we did highs and lows this week, I was excited because it was going to be Shark's low for sure. Like he was going to hate this the most, and I was going to love this the most because we were in a raid and we were doing the Death Singer challenge, and we're about to kill Ear Ute with a sword. It was like our probably 7th, 8th try. getting all the coordination down right. And Tim's got the sword, and he's making good time. He's got 10 seconds. He's already up in the room. He's running towards Iryut with the sword, and then
Can't even do it.
I still can't get it out. And then one of our players in Guardian One, in an effort to weaken Iryut, shot a celestial nighthawk and killed Iryut before Tim could kill Iryut with the sword. Oh my goodness, it was the best thing ever, and I'm just powerless to not laugh. And everyone who does actually care about the loot that they get in the game was actually didn't think it was nearly as funny as I did. But I laughed, and I laughed till I cried. I had to go away from the TV and laugh and come back so I would still have friends. So that was definitely the best thing that happened to me. And I've been teasing this particular Guardian One player. I'm not going to out him on the show, but I've been teasing him. Like he said he was going to weaken Iryut with a Nighthawk, and I'm like, do you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with a katana? Because like that's the mentality that I see on display here. So I've had a wonderful week, and that's not the only thing. We've done a few raids with new first timers. And we are having a blast. If you guys know of anyone who hasn't been through a raid, we're doing normal mode raids and kind of just explaining mechanics and having a good time with players that are new to the game of Destiny. So if you guys know of any in the chat, just or DM us or let us know when next time we're partied up, and we'd be happy to do it.
I like it.
Sorry I talked so much.
No, it's great, and your excitement. I feel exactly the same way this week. In fact, what both of you guys are talking about really has made me enjoy the game this week too. I love it. Going in, playing with friends. I was kind of complaining a while back that there aren't people on, but obviously we have a really good group in Guardian One, and that kind of helps. A lot of people are on all the time, and you can get together with so many different people and play and do crazy stuff. Maybe sometimes those things are a little frustrating when you're sitting there trying to do a challenge mode and don't get it. But no, it's still a laugh. And like you say, you laugh about things like that later. And I love going in and helping people that have not done things like raids or certain types of PvP or whatever. And I was a part of one of the groups for a new raider, and it's so gratifying to watch people that are noobs or that have never had an opportunity to do something like a raid really enjoy themselves. And yeah, it's absolutely great. I love that too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm
Really
curious. You guys are really enjoying everything in game. What about out of game? Has there been anything that has kind of piqued your interest that's kind of going on in the Twitterverse about Destiny or anything else for that matter?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, this week was the week that we saw the initial promotional materials for the E3 gameplay reveal event that Bungie's going to do for Destiny 2. It's E3, isn't it? I'm correct in that.
Well, it's not actually at E3. They're doing it before E3, which is kind of a big thing. They're not gonna have to compete with a lot of other companies and other games to showcase their stuff. It's just gonna be Bungie's game.
Sure. Yeah, so we got our first little hint about why we get to enjoy our space magic so much these days, because it might be going away with the launch of Destiny 2.
Wow. I don't know how I feel about that. I think we'll get it back. That's what I think. I think they wouldn't have sent black enamel ghost pins out if we were going to lose the ghost forever. I think they would have just let that iconography die. So I think at the beginning of the game is going to be about getting that back. or at least the first expansion. What do you think,
Yeah,
Sharks?
yeah. No, I agree with you. A lot of people are worried. Some people are worried. I mean, you're even saying you're not so sure. You don't know if you want to hear that. And one, I am super stoked about all these people out there getting these invites. This actually all kind of went live after we got off the pre-show last week. And it's just snowballed. So many people are going, and of course they're talking about what ifs and what's going to happen and all this stuff. But I don't know. I don't think that I don't think that we're gonna lose our ghosts. I know a lot of people talked initially. They were like, well, they don't show any ghosts in the art, but we already know that Nolan North said that he basically he confirmed that he was going to be in the next iteration of
Leaked.
Destiny. Yeah, and he actually did it before. He was like, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be talking about this, but I'm going to tell you anyways. And that's pretty cool. But yeah, yeah, it's funny. But that's him.
Scolded.
That's totally how he is. But I mean that alone, I still don't think that they would take away the ghost. They sure as heck wouldn't give everybody a pen and say, oh, here's a black ghost, and that's all you're ever going to see. I actually kind of look at it a different way. Maybe there's no light. That's what they talked about. So maybe they're going to change up how we play Destiny. And a lot of people are saying, well, it just means that no superpowers. I don't know. I think that it could go a different way. Maybe dark superpowers. But I
yes.
definitely think that if I think Bungie's learned a lot from how they've done the first game, and they know that they kind of like have to lead up to stuff. So I think we're going to see a lot of leading up to getting like our ghost activated, maybe getting ships potentially, or just go completely different and just go really dark, kind of like Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. And lo and behold,
the best Star Wars ever made.
Yeah, well, not only that, you can we're kind of comparing this to Star Wars, but it's like the perfect day to do it. Made up or be with you. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I gotta get in my corny stuff. So yeah, it's exciting times for sure. I just wish I was going. But hey, at least we got Twitch. We can all watch it on Twitch, right?
That's right. Speaking of Twitch, welcome everyone in the chat, by the way. And Mystic has volunteered to be our next victim. Guest for our first-time Raider programs over on the Xbox. So we'll have to get that going here shortly. And welcome everyone, Alicia and Dakota, and everyone in the chat.
Big shout out to Alicia Rose Art. We loved having you on the Guardian One pre-show a few weeks back, and happy to see you in the chat today. Mystic Rose, it's always great to see you in the chat. Oli Smokes You. We hope that we can entertain you as great as we can each and every week. Unalala, as always, thank you for sticking it out. She was part of our group last night that was raiding until 1 in the morning to complete hard mode Crota for one of our Guardian One Raid Corp kittens.
And that's when we decided that we probably are going to only do normal mode.
Yeah.
I don't quite have the chops, it turns out. I'll go ahead and take the blame for that. What happens is you need certain loadouts for hard mode, and sometimes you just can't get all of the different skills, or not. It's not skills, it's not player skills. You can't get all the right so for instance, we needed another Nighthawk and another Titan, and we had people double booked. I was doing Nighthawk and I couldn't run the sword then, so Ben had to do the sword, but he was our other Titan. So yeah, it was this whole big thing. But we had a really great time with Fatal Instinct. It was his first raid. But he is a semi-retired or fully retired, I'm not sure, COD player. So as far as gun skill, thumb skill, he was right up there. He did fine. It's just hadn't ever done the raid before. So it was really a good time.
I want to go back a little bit to talk about this whole Bungie event, Destiny 2 event, and how they're doing the invitations. I think has a lot of the community at the edge of their seat. Every time somebody gets an invite, that they have to publicly come out and say, look, I can't pull it off. I have real life things that I have to do. I can't go. I'm going to have to decline. You know, they're moving down their long list of members of the community, and you're just
Right.
waiting. Like, when is Sharks 3D Man's name going to come up on that list? It's got to come
what
up
I'm
on that
saying.
list eventually.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
I'm saying.
you
He's
actually saying
never
that.
stopped
Okay,
swimming.
so yes, I have been sweating the whole time because I really am excited for this, and I personally would love to go, and of course there are many other people out there that are super stoked and would like to go as well. So you know, there, and it's kind of good. There's not really favoritism on Bungie's part. But I learned something last night that a good friend told me that actually had been invited to go and see this, and he said that I'm barking up the wrong tree. I shouldn't be barking up to Bungie. There's actually somebody that is in the community, Justin, and I can't think of his Twitter right now, so I should actually.
Where do I
Shire?
send my bunt cake? Where do I send the bunt cake? 'Cause that's
Well, no, well, okay. So he's actually doing stuff for Bungie, and he has been for a while, kind of like in the shadows. And he said quite a while back, and Deej had kind of like started putting everybody towards him. And was like, you know, you need to talk to this guy because you know, he's going to be helping people out in the future. And basically, he's the one that people need to talk to about going and potentially getting their chance to see this cool new game. Let's see. It's Justin Social on Twitter. So anybody out there that's watching and you think that you deserve to go, that's the guy you actually want to talk to. Whether it's a DM or just shoot him a tweet, and maybe he can fit you into going down and seeing that gameplay if you have that extra cash to fly down there. But yeah, so you know, it is kind of a hard thing for anyone, whether it be Bungie, Activision, this guy, or anyone else for that matter. I mean, even us when we're doing like the pre-show and we're doing podcasts, we're like, oh, you know, we actually, like myself, I randomly pick people, but people might think, well, how come you didn't talk to me? How come you didn't ask me to be on the show? Because, you know, I do this or I do that, and you know, you never want to hurt anybody's feelings, and I think that's the really hard part about doing all these invites for them. And so for me myself, I've kind of like taken that into consideration. It's like, yeah, you know what, I may not get an invite. It's not the end of the world, and it shouldn't feel hurt about it either.
Yeah, I just DM'd Justin Social just now. I told him all the reasons why it'd be silly not to have us all there. That's just
Yeah, totally.
Agreed.
I feel like someone's sneaking up on me. Oh, I wanted to say one thing. We were talking about skills in Destiny, and you know, I would like to see. You know how it does take a long time to upgrade your skill tree now.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to see some forking paths. That's not euphemism for anything. Some differences. So like, let's say that I start out, and let me look at my subclass here.
I just want to say I'm glad you cleared it up,
decide.
because when you said forking paths, my brain went somewhere completely different. Okay, go on.
I know
Sorry.
it did. I qualified. That's why I qualified. Let's imagine, if you would, that when we build our Guardians, we have to choose. As we it would be more full featured than what we have now. But what if we had to choose our grenade right up front, and we had to choose our jump, and you know what I mean? Like, and then maybe that type of jump, like a triple jump, would upgrade in different ways once you used it so much. And I would just like to see in quests to unlock certain perks in the skill tree, and that way, really, like, you know. We might think to ourselves, oh, we're having trouble on this certain content. I know that Sharks, he built his Titan, or he built his character to be particularly good at this thing that we're doing right now. I find that that appeals to me more than bring your Titan in here, and I want you to pop this bubble, and this bubble, and this node and this node and this node to be set up like this. I think it would be funner. Is funner a word? I get busted on that. More fun if it was like you would almost think of your friends like, oh yeah, Gray, he set up his hunter to be like the guy that does max DPS on bosses, or
Right.
he's the sneakiest one, or whatever. I just think that would be incredible if that was the way.
Do you think if Bungie went that route, which is very much more an RPG type of route in that mechanic and how you're developing your character, do you think they've got to remove the cap of 3? Do you think they have to let you have more than 3 characters?
I think they would if they did what I just said. To be honest, I think that would be something that would have to happen.
Okay, so I'm curious about something that you're talking about. Okay, so I understand where you're coming from as far as forking off and making forking off. It just doesn't sound right, but and making
don't be
the
so
character
forking dirty.
Making the character more diverse and making everybody else's Guardian different. But I see a problem with you stopping it at okay, you've done it and you can't go back and you can't add other trees to it, because then you're going to get the same problem as many Destiny players that were playing in the early days. Oh, you don't have a Galahorn. Yeah, well,
That's true.
This gun here or this perk here works just as good. Well, you don't have that, and so I would see a problem with that. But okay, there's always the opportunity to kind of do it in a slower mode than what we do. Have lots of different trees. Horizon Zero Dawn does it. You can actually go back and you can rebuild all those trees later. And there's other games too.
Who does it?
Horizon Zero Dawn does it. I'm pretty sure that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that. I know that there's other games out there that do it too, as far as having a type of tree system that you kind of solely go down one tree at first, and you kind of look at everything. But in the end, if you want to, you can go back. Oh, I just got bumped. You can go back and
I did it on purpose, so your voice is clipping a little bit.
Oh.
Nothing's personal, but just
but
it'll make your voice sound better. You can come back.
So that you could actually go back and redo a different tree next time, so you never kind of stopped at it. But then I see a problem with that too. It still goes back to the same issue that, oh, okay, you said, oh, well, Gray has that perk. Oh, that he'd be perfect for this. But if he didn't have that perk, he's not perfect, so we're going to leave him out.
He's not getting called.
Yeah.
If we're jerks.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Obviously, we're talking about a group that's not like that, but there are people out there that are, and so giving everybody that whole tree to go with, I think that's why maybe Bungie did it that way. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you're right. I hadn't thought of that aspect of it. I hadn't thought of all the negatives that would come from that. But what if it was a hybrid of the two things? What if it was very difficult to upgrade your skill tree, but you could eventually? So you could potentially, say it even took like an entire expansion. That to get, and it could be even time gated, where it's like, hey, I chose this path with my gunslinger or with my character. What path did you choose this week? And it's like you get, so maybe by week 7 or 8, you've got a fully fleshed out guy that can do anything, but it took you that long. I love the idea of that, and then I would even go for a every so often. You know how like PvP stats on, like, for instance, Halo, they'll reset them in case people have been boosting or cheating or something like that. I would even be okay if they reset it occasionally. Our characters just something happens theme wise in the game, and suddenly your subclass isn't upgraded anymore and you're starting over. I don't know. maybe that
I
would be
really
bad.
like I really like the idea of incorporating something that means that you have some sort of consequence to your choice in
Yep.
the game, right? Like right
Mhm.
now, there's no real consequence. You can go back and respec, and maybe even allow you to have the option of, okay, so you're only allowed to spec your character in a certain configuration, and then you have to sacrifice something if you want to respec your character. You have to go to the speaker
Ooh.
and you have to give something that's special, something that's very unique to try to get in the game, and that allows you to respec your character to a certain extent. Maybe you're not
I
able
like it.
to use all the nodes that you had before. Maybe you can
Yeah.
respec, but you only get half of the nodes unlocked, and then you got to
Oh
work with the other
yeah.
half.
Then you got to work it back up. That would be good. Yeah, I like that.
Okay,
Man.
so I'm gonna throw something into the equation, and again, just to see what your reactions are to that. We as players of Destiny One get frustrated, I guess is the easiest way of putting it, that things take forever to upgrade. For instance, armor. Armor is horrible to upgrade, even at this point in
Ugh.
time in the game. If you want to use motes of light, um, it's going to cost you 65 motes of light to upgrade an armor piece. What you're
Gross.
talking about, yeah, no, it is gross. Now guns are a little bit easier. I mean, it's literally as 20 motes of light, and boom, you got a gun. But do you think that slowing down the perk trees is really going to appease to the people that are playing this game in the long run? Maybe.
Probably. Probably not. Probably not. Okay, I got another idea. I know we've been on this for a while. We can move on in a second. I have the Agrio sent the podcast thing too.
The
That we
what?
can
What are
go
you
over.
talking about?
The
There's
pod
another
the
podcast?
podcast.
Well,
Yes.
why don't you tell us about it, Mark?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right.
You like that
So
segue?
tonight on the yeah, that was great. Don't say segue. Who said segue? Uh, so first of all, I would like to say on the other idea, what if you could spec your character once a week, like you can pick your faction, and you can spec him one time, and he's stuck that way
Hmm.
until next week. Just that. Okay, the end. All right, so tonight on the Guardian One podcast, we welcome Destiny PvP Master Six of Team Resolute. So that's cool. That's exciting. They're gonna discuss. Oh, excuse you. I mean, it's never not funny. I don't know who thinks it's not. Join the. We're going to join the discussion as they consider the clues given about our starting path in the upcoming sequel and what all this means for player versus player in Destiny 2. And I know for sure there was some speculation flying around the the Twitterverse today that I'm sure they'll be talking about, even if it's just to say, "Why you do this, Destin? Why you give us false hope?" So I'm looking forward to the Guardian One podcast tonight. If you want to check that out, it's just after the show is over. If you cruise on over to twitch.tv/Guardian One Network, you would be able to check that out. All right. And then
Okay,
and
so
then
no, go on. I didn't mean to interrupt.
no, I don't really have anything. I've got a would you rather question that you're gonna
Oh my
probably
goodness,
hate.
do we really want to go here? Okay, Mark. All right. So
You're gonna
I
probably hate.
personally always cringe at these, but I know that the people listening love this kind of stuff. So let's hear it.
Give the people what they want, Sharks.
Looking at you, holy
Give them what they
smokes.
want. Yeah, and if you guys in the chat ever have any questions for us, it doesn't matter how weird or random. I will love it. Sharks will hate it, but both are actually fun to watch. So it's a win-win. So this one's a fun one, actually. I've got two, and then one of them, the first one I'm asking is meant to be the fun one and the one that appeals to boys. So I'm going to ask you guys that. Would you rather have a sawed-off shotgun or a flamethrower in a zombie apocalypse? So let's assume that your ammo is limitless as well.
Oh man.
Flamethrower or sawed-off shotgun?
I'm gonna go sawed-off shotgun.
I think it's probably going to be easier to carry around. It's going to be lighter.
Don't have to have the big tank. Plus,
Yeah.
just because you have flambéed a zombie doesn't mean that they're necessarily gonna stop chasing after you.
Yeah, they'll come at you and they'll burn you and bite you. So I'm with
Yeah.
you on the sawed-off shotgun.
Good news is it'll cauterize the wounds instantly.
That's
Bad
true.
news is you're still a zombie.
Yeah, you're a very cauterized zombie. You know, wants to know why this is a boys' question. We could make a special case that Yuna is an honorary boy, so it's okay.
What?
We know why you like that
Come
question.
on. Oh my god.
Yuna goes
so-
flamethrower? Wow.
Flamethrower. It would be more fun, they say. You guys are sick. We tricked you into answering that. Yeah, you're right. It would be more fun. I mean, if you were in a position to use it, you could do a whole lot of them at once. You know.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
I'm actually with Unalala. I would go to flamethrower too. And the reason
Mhm.
is a sawed-off shotgun, it doesn't have that big of a range. Not really. The further out you
That's
go,
true.
it's not going to have. It's going to go all over the place.
That's true.
And if you're that far away, it's not probably going to do very much damage. You have to use a sawed-off shotgun point blank, and I don't want to be point blank to a zombie. So I would go with the flamethrower because it's got a pretty long range. I mean, I've seen some of those flamethrowers that they show on TV. There is a downside to going with flamethrower though, and it's not that it's
Okay,
heavy. It's
burn
not
your
that it's hot.
Sharks.
What?
Nobody wants to be point blank with a zombie. Nobody does.
That's
question
my
is,
whole.
When
that's-
you are point blank with a zombie, I think I'd rather have the shotgun in my hand.
But I'm not going to be point blank. I can make myself a nice big huge circle around me, keep all nice toasty and warm.
What about your beard? What
I
if
don't
it
know.
catches fire?
Yeah, okay, there's that too. No, well, okay, maybe I have to go with them then.
Singe your beard.
You have the flamma beard, so you in particular are weak to the.
Yeah, but
To the flamethrower.
a sawed-off shotgun. How many shots are you gonna get? You're not gonna get many shots.
That's true.
Flamethrower is just gonna be
That's
like.
true.
I don't know.
Okay, I've got a modifier for the. For
How's
the
it gonna be?
Why am I doing this? Why am I being
Okay.
boob? Okay, This is actually really fun because my friend came over. We had a barbecue yesterday, and we're talking about our
That's a good
podcast.
point.
And he's like, oh, we should do a podcast. I was like, do a podcast about what? I go, we could just sit around fire and just talk about stuff because we are complete goofballs. And then I came to realize something. He wants me to be on the podcast because I'm the boob. I don't like being the boob.
Because I'm the boob. That's quotable.
Okay, so big shout out to Six Trez. Six Trez just donated
Yes.
$5 to the Guardian One Community Foundation.
Thank you.
Nice.
As a reminder, 100% of the donations that go to the Guardian One Community Foundation are given right back to members of the community that support and further the mission of Guardian One. As a reminder, the mission of Guardian One is Guardians helping Guardians. So the committee finds Guardians who are actively out there helping other Guardians, and they put together little care packages to help encourage them to keep up the good fight. So thank you, Six Trez, for the $5 donation.
And welcome to the stream as well. Good to have you. There's some really good quotable things happening in the chat too. If a Yuna says, and I quote, if a flamethrower is good enough for Sigourney Weaver, then it's good enough for me. So I think that kind of puts that to sleep right there. All right, one last one. Are we out of time? Do we need to do our challenge?
No, let's do it. We got time.
Okay. Would you rather be always slightly overdressed or always slightly underdressed?
I would rather be slightly overdressed at all times.
Okay. What about you, Sharks?
Well, since I'm always slightly underdressed, let's go different and be overdressed.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say underdressed. I feel weirder if I feel like I'm overdressed, and if I'm underdressed, I'm pretty silly anyway, and people just assume there's some reason for it. And also, as an artist, you can pretty much do whatever, and people are gonna think that you meant to do it. That there's an artful reason that they like some kind of thing that they just don't understand because they're not an artist. So I would rather be comfortable in my underdress clothing than kind of feeling.
Wouldn't you be worried about getting kicked off of United Airlines flight? Okay, there went that commercial for us. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I think my situation, I'm kind of, I think that's the lesser of two evils for me. So in the real world, I'm a pharmacist and I wear a shirt and tie most of the time to work. Occasionally a suit, but what I didn't factor in is that slightly overdressed means that my normal attire being a shirt and tie means that I'm probably wearing a suit on those days.
You're gonna have a tux.
That's going to be a little bit weird. And then on situations that I got to wear a suit, I'm going to be wearing a tuxedo, and I'll be the only one at like these events that people are wearing suits.
And probably
wearing
carrying a cane.
Yeah, and that all of a sudden gets way more awkward than being slightly underdressed.
I give that a thumbs up. I want to see you in a tux all the time.
It wouldn't. It probably will happen. But okay, so as a modifier, then, would you rather have a sawed-off shotgun in the zombie apocalypse or a hot wife?
In the zombie apocalypse?
Gray knows how to tickle my funny bone. Oh, God.
No, you're talking about in the zombie apocalypse having one or the other.
No,
is that what you're saying?
What he's doing is, my favorite would you rather question is super elaborate on the front end and really well thought out, and then they just added or have a spouse with a hot body. It's as the tail end of it. I love it because it's like, got lazy, didn't want to think of anything as epic for the second half of the question, so I just decided to say I have a spouse with a hot body. So that's what it's doing. Yeah. Oh gosh. Well played. Well played.
So bad.
Let me tell you guys.
What?
Okay, so Mark, I know that you love doing all these little crazy challenges, and I heard through the grapevine, through Twitterverse actually, that you got a hold of some people and came up with some kind of crazy challenge for us this week. So why don't you go and tell us?
All right. I scheme. Thank you to Jelly Belly and Elkins for helping me again on this one. So as you can see, we are in the Black Garden, aren't we? Yeah, we are. And what's going to happen is we're going to go down here and we're going to see a lot of Minotaurs. Like, I mean, many, many, many Minotaurs. Wait. Okay, so here's the rules. You may not equip a shotgun.
Okay.
You can use your sword, but you can only block with it.
Ooh, okay.
You can use any primary you want. If one of us dies, there'll be a penalty, which I'll let you know about it when if that happens, when that happens. So for now, let's just take a walk and see what we see. Do you guys know where we are? Do you have any idea what's happening, about to happen?
We are, yeah. Well, I mean, I know we're at the Black Garden, but I don't know what's about to happen.
All right. Brace yourselves. Prepare to be boarded, gentlemen.
Alright, let's see what craziness you came up with.
The Black Garden is so well designed. Like, it's just really cool.
I agree. What a unique thing to throw in the game compared to all the other spaces.
Just looks so good.
I'd almost argue that color palette's a little bit too close to Venus. It'd be nice if they distanced it a little bit more, because it's supposed to be like different dimension.
Yeah, I agree. All these rocks, though, with like the insides made of digital things is awesome. Okay. Okay, back up a little bit. You see how there's a thing that says Anger the Groundskeeper.
I
So
do remember this.
where we are is this is the final step for the No Time to Explain quest. And the idea originally was you anger the groundskeeper up to 100%, and then you can damage the groundskeeper. We are not even going to fire a single shot at the groundskeeper. That's not the point. Sorry, that is occupational hazard. There's a lot of green on the screen. It reflects off my glasses and makes them clear. It's really freaky. So what our goal is to reach high levels of anger. We're going to just try to make the groundskeeper like as mad as sharks during the Guardian One podcast. So
I love it.
All right. So here's the rules, right? So up to 500 or up to 100, we can only use our primaries and nothing else. Then after 100, we can use our special weapons and our primaries. We can always use our grenades. After 4,000, we can use swords and shotguns again. We could use You could switch to a shotgun at that point. But after 500, we can use our supers as well. So, do you guys have any ideas on what loadout you might want to use?
After what we can use our supers? Did you say?
After 500.
Just 500.
Yep.
So you're gonna have to call it out for us when we get there, saying now you can use this.
I will. And if any of us die, we lose 20% anger. We all have to stop shooting and come back here, and we'll lose some anger.
All right.
And you can't respawn yourself. You have to be respawned. If you respawn yourself, that's just
we can
you
change
sullied
guns.
your honor.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, you can change right now to anything that you want. You can use your sword, but you can only block with it until we get, way high up to like 4,000.
All right.
Oh man.
Okay, I'm set.
Okay. Sharks?
Yeah, I don't know if anything's gonna help or hinder anyways, so sure. let's go for it. I wanna get
I'm hoping you switch to bubble instead of that smash, but we'll see.
to my type.
I'm not
Well, it
telling you
doesn't
how to play
matter.
your
We
game,
can't
Sharks.
use supers, so
Not yet.
Well,
yeah.
once we get to 500, which
What is that
is
guy
probably
doing?
not easy.
Yeah, we can do that. So up to 100, though, all we can use is our primaries and grenades.
we
Yeah.
can
I
use
will say
grenades.
this. Correct.
What about punching?
Yep, melees as well. Just no super, no heavy, no special.
All right. And we have about 30 minutes. That's the max
All right.
time.
Oh,
All right,
God, I'm
and
gonna
what
need
we're
to
trying
take a
to do-
shower before the podcast again. Why do you do this
That's
to
what
me?
we said.
Changing shirts. Changing
That's
shirts.
what we
and
said.
Sharks.
If
In
Sharks
fact, we
has
want
to
that
change
to be
his
the
shirt.
last. We want that to be the last segment on the podcast. Is you actually changing your shirt on stream?
No, not happening. Not happening.
Okay, so 5,000 is our goal. Can we reach 5,000 in 30 minutes? If not, we haven't been giving ourselves punishment shaders because nobody want to look like that all week. Although it looks like Sharks might be wearing one right now.
Maybe we should. Maybe our punishment should be you have to actually knock out like a subclass. Like you're not allowed to use a subclass for a week.
Oh, I like it. I have a bunch of subclasses unlocked.
Oh, that doesn't work.
It only screws Sharks.
So yeah, the same with Greg. Get wrecked, Sharks.
Wow.
But I hope we win.
Wow.
Tricera Sharks.
Wow.
All right, we ready?
Yeah, sure. Let's do
Oh,
this.
that one's shooting at me. I'm taking him first. These goblins don't really come back. There's some more down in the bottom, but for the most part, I have taken out.
I think I've only ever done this. I've only done this quest once.
Yeah.
Don't remember
These are
this
those
at all.
hemorrhoid helmet. Hemorrhoid donut helmet. That's the technical term. Okay, we're up to 21%.
Inflatable donut.
Yeah.
Where's our Minotaurs?
There's one right there.
Once they start coming.
Oh,
Yep.
it's starting to get angry.
38%?
Oh, I see. You guys left me up
Say
there.
we can't
Okay.
use grenades?
Yep, can.
Oh man.
Ow.
Ooh.
Oh, there's one up top. They're getting in behind us. I think they spawn up here. Oh my gosh, look how many. It's not good for Mark Square.
Oh no.
I'm gonna leave those to you guys. Just go ahead and clean those up if you don't
Oh my
mind.
word. There are so many. Oh no.
We're at 75%.
All you can do is
86%. Okay, we've just got to stay alive to get to 100, then we can use our specials. Oh, I ran right at that one.
Oh,
what was I thinking? Yes, alright, now we can use our specials. But no shotguns. Oh, I died.
Oh, 20%? No, we can't use special?
No, once you pass the threshold. But I can't
Oh, I thought you
respond
said-
myself. You guys
No,
have
he
to
just
get
said
me.
we can use specials.
Oh.
We can't use shotguns.
Yeah.
I thought you said if somebody died, we had to lose 20% of our...
Oh, we do, but we don't have to go back down to less weapons. But I can't. You guys have to respawn me though. I can't get up.
I'd love to. There's an army of Minotaurs between us.
Oh, I'm like, well, what's stopping you, Gray? What is stopping you? Okay,
many.
so what is
They're
our
everywhere.
anger now?
115.
It's at 115. Okay, it's at 120. So we got to get it back down to 100.
We gotta go down.
Back down.
Oh,
Oh,
it's dropping. It's dropping. Back down to
So I'm not allowed to shoot things while we're going down. Is that what you're saying? Oh, this is
right.
ridiculous.
You can come back out where nothing is at. You know, if you want to. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I'm up.
Go down to 105. It's so hot down there. It is so hot. No! I think we're at about negative 20 right now. That's what we need to get down to. Oh my goodness. That is a tough one.
This is so insane. I've never... So this is a great place to
When
farm
can we start
Minotaurs,
shooting
apparently.
again, Mark?
Oh, yeah, you can.
Like you shoot.
Shark's sweating yet, Joey wants to know. Yeah, but you need to come revive me again.
I'm coming for you.
Why are you way up there where everything's at? What's wrong with you? Run down here.
I want to go where they spawn out, so so I can be a hero. Actually, just want to get away. All right, I'm coming down with you guys.
Where are you?
Right
I've never
behind you.
seen so many Minotaurs.
I told you there was going to be many Minotaurs. Okay, let's get to 500 so we can use our supers.
I agree.
I'll tell you what, the reason shotguns are banned is because of how good Swordbreaker was in this. It was incredible. I bet Corrective Measure would be just as good too. So once we do get to 500, we'll start like a super train. And, you know, just like constantly keep orbs coming for each other. Where are you guys hanging out? Up at the top? Does that work? Oh, no it doesn't. The boss shoots you.
Up here. Come up here.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Shark sees.
I got ya. The problem is the boss teleports, and then eventually he will be shooting you over there from his other location. Oh no, I fell short on my jump.
Oh.
I'm just taking a lap. It is so
Oh
cray
man,
in here.
that's hurting too much.
We're only at 116. We're definitely not going to make it if we don't step it up. That's for sure. I will give you guys a little pro tip. That room that we came in on up at the top is much better. You wouldn't think so, but you can like there's more cover there, and you can end up surviving a little bit better there.
Where?
Out here is funner though. Up where we came in, that room up there. There's so many Minotaurs. Oh. All right, I'm at the turntable of death. Okay, coming to get you, Gray. Oh, as soon as I get my this, there's so many shooting at me. It's crazy. All right, you're up.
Bad time to take a drink. Okay.
All right, we need to get back down to 100 again. I'm not gonna kill anything. I'm just gonna enrage it so it goes and kills sharks.
Oh, we're letting it go down.
Yeah. Do you want to remove that restriction? We can if you want.
No, it's fine. I just wasn't sure how we were doing it. I thought we were doing the math on it.
Oh. Yeah, if you come up here though, and we all get in this one spot, it's a lot easier to. It's actually a lot more challenging down there. It doesn't seem like it would be, but it is. Mostly because all of our bullets will be concentrated in a small area.
Yeah, that's where I was kind of struggling before. I felt like all their bullets were concentrated in a small area.
It is go time. Grenades, you get more value because there's like 2 to 3 Minotaurs standing in them.
True.
Oh, one just came out right on me. Ooh.
Oh, damn.
We need to at least do this for a little while until we can get. Oh God! Oh, it's so hard. That's why it is a challenge. It's made to change.
It's a serious challenge. All right.
It's designed to make sharks change his shirt. Didn't you?
I think he's asleep.
Oh, he's concentrating. This is like how quiet he gets when he plays PvP. Alright, game on. Let's just make the rule that you can't shoot while someone's dead. You have to revive them. That'll be easier. We get a.
That's more easy.
It feels bad waiting for the number to go back down. It feels kind of boring, which you don't want in a challenge. I would agree.
You guys just need to stop dying so that it doesn't go down. What the hell?
I'd agree with that.
I think that's a good plan.
Pretty good advice, I guess.
I don't know if it's super good. Pretty good, bud. That was good. Okay.
I don't have any more ammo.
160?
This is ridiculous.
It's because you're hiding back here in this hallway where I'm
Yeah,
hiding.
I don't like standing out here.
This is actually, I know you've had a headache, Sharks. This is actually kind of bad to do if you've had a headache because the screen shakes so much because all of the Minotaur booms that you're taking. Carving out a spot for myself over here.
I think these things aren't yellow.
Hey, we're up to 175. I mean, could you imagine if they were yellow? Oh my gosh.
For the no time to explain quest, oh yeah, it's just hitting him to 100, right?
Yeah. It would ruin our challenge though. We gotta be honest.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, in what part of the Mark Square brain does it sit there and go, I wonder if I can get that to 5,000.
we went up to 6,000 and change one day. It took us many hours though because for beer
Many
reasons,
hours? Many hours!
Yeah, to get to 6,000. Yeah, but we tested it the other day with me, Jelly, and Ben, and we got to 5,000 in about a half hour. It was no problem. And we were testing the rules and such.
Yeah, I think that the points start falling a lot better once we can use our supers.
Yeah.
I also think that if that's the case, you know what? Stupid one on this.
We're almost 200.
Where he said do stupid defender type. No, you're trying to kill these stupid things.
Yeah. Titan
you're
Smash is better, yeah.
Yeah, don't listen to me.
Stormcaller Warlock is the best. He creates so many orbs. I don't have it unlocked yet on PlayStation though.
Oh. I do have Light of the Pack on. Oh, out of ammo. I'm out of all
too.
ammo?
I also put on my unupgraded Crest of Alpha Lupa. $229 work. Save me! Help me, Tom Cruise! I'm going back out.
It is very, Jelly, you are correct. It is very hard not to use super. Just
Yeah.
watching it, saying,
Every
"Hey,
fiber of my
use-"
being.
Yeah.
Okay, we're at 225.
When can we use other stuff?
500. 500. We're gonna be so happy at 500.
You know, I have a feeling that you might find tough participation in this challenge with certain individuals, Mark Squared.
Not that fun?
You're lucky that Sharks and I like you.
Alright. Well, I tell you what. It's part of the bargain. When we hit 300, we can go super then.
No. A challenge is a challenge.
It's a challenge, but you want it to be fun too. You want.
It's fun. It's getting a little repetitive over on this side, just because you're just shooting in the hallway.
Yeah, it's funner out here for sure. I'm just gonna enrage them so that they run in there after you guys.
Nice.
Cool. I wish I had like 12 grenades. You know, it would have been the good move to actually put on the thing that makes you lose your super and gains a grenade at this section of the challenge.
And then switch it.
I totally forgot about it.
Chief of the 405, that is 100% real Sharks beard on stream.
Genuine.
Made,
okay, we hit.
Made in America.
America. Made of hopes and dreams. And your childhood dog that died suddenly. Oh god, that's awful.
It did get to 301 before I hit that tether.
It did? Yeah, it did. Let's do this.
Why
Super
is it not
time.
300 then? Now,
Super!
Why is it go-
Okay, I'm waiting.
why does it go up and down?
I'm gonna panic do it. You know, we've got to keep the kills coming, you know. I'm waiting to see if another one gets in there. Get in my super! Need some more orbs. And now, the real penalty after the super train begins is you lose your orbs. Alright, I'm gonna tether right here.
You lose your orbs?
Yeah, like if you die, all the orbs laying on the ground waiting for you that your teammates have made are not there when you come back.
True. Nice.
Should have made a lot of orbs over there. Oh, no swords. Here comes another. How's our anger doing? We're up to 397.
Yeah.
All those orbs get in my belly. Where are they? Tether right here. Are you using Bloodbound or are you using?
I am
the
using
one that lasts
Bloodbound.
longer? That might be a good call, actually.
Yeah, I get a little splash damage from
I'll use the one that's longer lasting, but
Black
I think, yeah, I think the Bloodbound's a good move because it.
They can feed it. Every kill feeds it, makes it last a little longer.
Oh yeah, okay. Man, I just got Hunter schooled.
Oh.
Oops. I got one. Only got one Minotaur in. Oh, here's another. Bloodbound really only works if you tether multiples.
That is true.
What not to do, children? What not to do? Oh. So many orbs. Let's. Tell me when you got your next super ready, sharks.
Alright.
Tethering over here. I still just only got one.
Next one you should put right here.
Oh. Can you guys come get me? 2 seconds.
The stuff.
Oh, that was a good
stuff
one.
Stuff comes up that stairwell.
Yeah.
Where's your res?
Okay.
Somebody get in.
Yeah, they got me. Or sharks did. Yeah, but where is it? Okay, here we go, right here. Ooh, my screen is shaking so much.
It's ridiculous.
Okay, here comes another. Oh my goodness! All the orbs! My goodness! I love the smash combo. That is just. All right, I'm about to have one too. There you go, sharks. Smash them! Yes! Woo! Light show! Oh my goodness! Uh-oh. Whoa, I just got punched across the map. Oh man.
Why don't they make one orb there? That's weird.
I think... I don't know. I shot a tether. Something weird was going on there. Oh! Oh, that's a bad feeling. Empty sidearm. Empty sidearm. Oh! Oh, it's a really bad feeling. All aboard the Orb Express, Jelly says. Agreed. Alright, let him come up. Yes. Okay, this is straggler, and then there should be a big crew. Okay, here goes. Oh! Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Fireworks. I found an orb on this. We're at 689 anger. Come on, guys. Come at us. I got him. Oh, you got him?
Yeah.
I put on the crest of Alpha Lupi just so I would create more orbs. Whoa. Oh, we coordinated that one a little bit off. We got so many heavy packs for when we can use heavy.
Yeah, that is correct.
Uh-oh, jump fail. Okay, here we go. Orb train rolling again. They're not syncing up for us like they were. Sorry about the sirens. We have to wait. Okay. Just need to shake my tail feather right about in here. There we go. One survived. Ooh, so much owie. Whew. Feels like we've been going for hours.
It does. Darn.
Uh-oh. I've gotta run to survive. Oh, I still didn't survive. They killed me. That Titan is doing work. That is right. Okay, so we have, oh goodness, good gravy. Okay, so we don't have much time left. So we are not making our challenge goal at all. It's possible we miscalculated the percentage, but let's do this. We are going to turn, we've got 5 minutes. I don't know what was going on. Oh, we did Ben was on a red bar and he could not be damaged for part of it, so that helped. So all right, let's do this. We're gonna try to make it to 1,000 in the 5 minutes that we have left. But we can use swords, we can use shotguns. So all no holds barred. Time to. Okay, my super is charged. I don't even have like the dark drinker, but still good. Nice one. All the Minotaur kills. Oh! Epic. Get all these orbs. Whew.
Thought I was going to pop a heavy.
Okay, we're almost there, guys. Yes, we made it! We made it to 1,000. So we can feel good about that. Alright.
So now we should wipe, right, to see our kill counts?
There's no wipes because it's a non-darkness zone. So we will have to kill the boss to get a screen, or we can check on the app.
Oh. How long would it take us to kill the boss?
I don't know. I don't know. I've never killed him. I had a long time ago, but
Let's see if we can kill him quickly.
it's addictive killing these minotaurs. I'm out. Go back up here. I'm gonna go ahead and recap what's gonna happen on the Guardian One podcast tonight. Special guest in the chat right now, actually, 6Trez on the Guardian One podcast. That's at twitch.tv/Guardian One Network, and they're going to talk to him. He's a PvP master. He's on Team Resolute. So they're going to consider the clues given about our starting path in the upcoming sequel, and all of this means for maybe the PvP in Destiny 2. So we can look forward to that coming up very shortly on the Guardian One Network Twitch channel. Really appreciate you guys hanging with me and hanging in there with all these challenges, Sharks and Gray.
Yeah, definitely. It was a lot of fun. This was a tough one. That was
Yeah.
a very interesting challenge. And I finished off this final boss guy.
All right, I'm coming to help. Let's take him down.
He's at half health. Oh,
He hates that shotgun. It'd be crazy if we got no time to explain, even though we didn't have the quest.
that would be crazy.
I've got good odds that Shark's 3D Man's gonna have the most kills.
I don't think
I'm
so.
thinking so too. With those slams got a lot of minotaurs.
Yeah.
So let's say the least amount of kills has to pick the ugly shader.
Oh, okay, all right. Whoever has the
I have a
least
feeling it's me.
gets the shader of shame. All right, I like it. Whew, man, I gotta say, I feel kind of rattled a little bit.
Oh, look at that, Mark! Just by
Oh,
six kill difference.
I
Sharks
want to
never
point out. I want to
died.
point out the depths. Yeah.
Wow.
What? We got
Pretty
properly
nuts.
schooled. Man,
His precision's pretty bad though, to be honest.
he just smashes things. He's a Titan. They're not precise.
What?
Well, that was a lot of fun,
Nice.
guys. We are going to
was.
reset. If you want to hop on over to the www.twitch.tv/Guardian One Network, we're going to have the one and only 6Trez on. Rift Runner Master is going to be on the show. And yeah, it's going to be a good time. So we'll see you there in 5 minutes. Take care.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye. I'll be in touch, Mystic, about that raid. Bye.
Bye. Okay, stream is off. All right, that was fun.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was a blast. That's actually a pretty fun challenge. Like, it takes a lot of concentration, for sure, because it's just so. And honestly, we had like if one of us had been Stormcaller, it's a lot easier too. You get so many kills and they make so many orbs.
Mhm. Yeah, that was insane. It was fun though.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, you guys have a good night and have a good show. Break a drag, as Agrios says.
Are you staying up since your sleep schedule's all off now?
Oh, I'm jacked. I woke up at like 10:30 today. I felt like going to sleep at like 10:30 or like 9:30 tonight, like before the show. I was like, I better not even take a nap. So it'll be all over.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay awake and watch.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds fun.
Today was pretty rough for me.
Yeah.
At work.
Yeah. All right.
Oh man. So,
All right, I'm gonna get off of this chat, and I guess.
All right.
Am I making a phone call, or are you just adding from here?
Sure. No. Go ahead and start it. End this one and start the new one.
Okay. All right. All right. Bye, Mark.